Hello. Who is excited to be here? I'm at home. Kevin Allen, you know how much I love you. It's a good thing I'm married. It's a good thing he's married because I can't say this, but we have a huge love fest going on, and it goes way back, and I'm going to tell you about that love fest. I'm going to get myself into a lot of trouble. We will love, we will live, we will dance again. Does anybody know where those words come from? They come from a song by J.Lo. It's called Dance Again. When Joanne and I were in Singapore and London, I listened to that song, right, Joanne, over and over and over and over again. I just fell in love with it. And I drove her crazy with it, and I drove my family crazy with it. They're like, Mom, seriously, you're 42, you're not 12. But I loved it. And the reason why those words rung true to me is because when we get married and we have children, we lose ourselves as women, as moms, and as wives. I see some people crying already. They get it. We do. We give and we give and we give, and we forget about us. Don't we? We do, every single one of us. And what I want you to think about is that we need to find ourselves, and we need to find our hearts and our passions again and give a little bit back to us. Not saying it has to be all about us, but we have to get a little bit of us back. I joined this company in June 2010. It has completely changed my life 1,000%. I got a call from a girl from North Battleford. She's not here, you don't know her. And she told me about this opportunity where it was a new company. I liked that. That intrigued me because I'm smart enough to know that if it's it just intrigued me because I was going to be one of the first. The next thing I found out was the foundation product called NuCerity was the only product like it in the world. I'm not that smart, but I'm smart enough to know that it's not another nutritional, it's not another candle, it's not another jewelry company. It's the only product in the world that did what it did. Multi-purpose skincare. I was like, that's pretty cool. I think I like that. And then I heard a story about this crazy man, a Chinese Canadian. You might know him, a few of you. I don't know, he's not very well known, Ken Cito. And I heard this story about a man named Ken Cito who was making $1 million a year in another company, and he walked away from that income to come to this company. And when I heard those three things, and I heard a little bit more about the founders and their integrity, and that was Sally and Valley who told me all these wonderful things about this company, I knew I found my company. I knew I was home. At that time, we had an 18-pack. I joined the company without telling my husband. I don't recommend that. But I'm still married. And the rest is history. I didn't know this. TL told me this later. At that time, people have blown my records out of the water now, but at that time, I was the fastest growing ruby in the company. Now, in Canada. Now, what is really important is what happened next. Is I decided I knew everything. I was not coachable. I was not teachable. And I don't like to admit the truth, but this is the truth. And I'm telling you this because you need to know so that you can learn from my mistakes. The next year and a half, I sucked. I built my pay leg, and on the third time, it finally stuck. Okay? The next year and a half, I sucked. Now I need to find out where I am because I don't know where I lost where I am. And then, but what really triggered in me that I had to change was Joanne is above me in our business model, but yet, and I passed her to Ruby, but yet she passed me to Emerald, and I didn't like that. So I phoned Kevin. I said, Kevin, seriously, what is she doing that I'm not? He said, Shannon, I hate to tell you this, but she's doing the duplication model. And I'm like, what's that? Oh, yeah. said, you know that little thing you've been hearing about, the mentor meeting to home meeting? I'm like, really? That's all she's doing? Okay. Well, I'm going to do that. Then Joanne goes diamond. Then I'm really mad, because I'm still Ruby, and I still suck. But what you guys need to know is that it taught me that I need to listen to someone else and not think that I knew it all. Then in about March of last year, I decided to listen to Kevin Allen, like a good girl should, and the few men that are in the room. And I went from platinum, I was a Ruby paid as platinum, to diamond in 4 weeks. Because I listened. How many people want to start listening? Then we had this crazy girl named Danielle Jones come into our business from Debbie Jeffries enrolled her. Danielle is from Singapore. She lived in Saskatoon. And a lot of you wondered how we ended up in Singapore. That's how Debbie Jeffries enrolled Danielle from Singapore, who lived in Saskatoon. And then, of course, we're really big girls, and we decided not to listen to Kevin Allen, so we decided we're going to go on a road trip. And Joanne and Debbie and I decided we're going to conquer the world, and we're going to go to Singapore. And we had a great time. It was life-changing for us, but I need you to know we built in our backyard before we did that. We did not go to Singapore to launch a cold contact country. We had it established. We had pre-enrolled. Danielle did all the work. We just went there and facilitated. We did meetings. We worked really, really, really hard. What happened, we did our first meeting together, Joanne and Debbie and I, and then after 2 or 3 meetings together, we broke off, and each one of us worked with different people the whole time we were there. And we worked literally between Skyping our team in Canada. We worked, I cannot tell you how hard we worked. We worked really, really hard. We had to come home to relax. But it worked out because we had an incredible team. I don't know how many people we have there. I'm going to guess 300 or 500. I have no idea. And then we came home. I don't know, not for long. We came to conference. And then Joanne and I decided that we needed to go on another road trip because we'd been home for too long. I don't know, a couple of weeks or something. So we decided to go back to Singapore. But we did something a little bit different. And I kind of said to Joanne, what we're doing by doing everything for this team is not going to work. We need to change it up. I need to make sure I don't go over time. We need to make sure that we create leaders in this team. So when we went back to Singapore the next time, we did not do one home meeting. The leadership in Singapore did every home meeting. All we did was close it out. And now we created leadership in Singapore. And I want you to inspire a lot of us that are, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, blue diamonds, 2-star blue diamonds. We know how to do a presentation. I want you to encourage your teams to do it more. Do the 4 Ps. I did a little talk today to Mary Beth's team and Darlene's team, and they asked me what I do to do a presentation. And I said, well, of course, just the 4 Ps. I literally read the sheet, and if you've been to one of my presentations, that's what I do. I read the 4 Ps, and I expand on it a little bit and tell my story a little bit. But that's all I do. And when last weekend, I did a little tour in Calgary, and I'm going to tell you what's been happening. I'm back in Canada now, and now I have to go back to work with our Canadian team. Our first night, we were in Calgary with Janice and Karen. We had, I'm guessing, about 15 people there. And it was stellar. We had, enrollment forms going crazy, and it was a lot of fun. It was great. My sidekicks in Calgary are Kelly and Crocker. They're my sidekicks. They go wherever I go. I take them wherever I can because they're so good. They're such solid leaders. And they came with me, and we had a great time. The next morning, I had to Skype the UK for Kelly. She was a bit under the weather, so I Skyped the UK for Kelly. We signed up a bunch more people that morning. That afternoon, we did a meeting for Terry Jemayoff. And remember these names, you guys, because these are going to be the next diamonds at the next conference. Terry Jemayoff. We went to this meeting. I brought Crocker with me. We had 20 people there, 20. We had enrollment forms everywhere. We had to find pens. We go to the next meeting. Now Kelly's with me. Cracker had to go do his own meeting. Kelly's with me now. And we had 40 people at the meeting. 40 at a home meeting. We couldn't find enough enrollment forms. We had run out. We had people in the kitchen. We had people in the island. We had people in the living room. We had people everywhere. I've never seen it. My mind was blown. I had never been to anything like this in my life. A home meeting with 40 people. I couldn't believe it. Terry Jemayoff is in a position where her vibration is so high, she couldn't possibly kill what's going on in her business. She is so positive, she gets this. And that's where you need to be. Positive mental attitude, and you can have anything you want. This is my third meeting now my fourth meeting. This is all in one day. We go to MITS and Charities. Charities in Edmonton doing a meeting, so I'm working with MITS in Calgary. And I don't know how many people were there, maybe 15. And again, we signed up everybody. This is what's happening when you do the corporate duplication model. You can't help but fail. You cannot fail. You will only succeed. Kevin would never expect anything less of me. I want you to dream again. I want each of you to dream big and get your dreams back. I look at TL and Brad, Joanne and Roy, Deb and Ken, Tish and Mary. These are Blue Diamond and two-star Blue Diamond leaders. These people are living the dream because they have not quit. They did not let fear step in their way. They worked this business. I want to challenge every one of you to find the person in this company, in this room, who has a $25,000 watch. I want to challenge you to find the person in this room who has just purchased $10,000 in jewelry. I want you to find the couple in this room who has spent $750 on a watch for him and her. And do you know why? Because they've dreamt and they've done it. And I'm not telling you that because we're bragging. It's because they have not quit on their dream, and you can do it too. These are real numbers. These are real people. We know these people. I challenge you to do that and talk to them. And how did they do that? I gotta find where I am. I want you to love and inspire everyone and be grateful for everything that happens to you. This NuCerity family, we are forever friends. We are the most beautiful people in the world, inside and out, because of an incredible company, incredible founders, an incredible president. I want you to bring value to others. I have one more story, and I gotta go quick because my time's running out. I took my daughter and her little best friend skiing over Christmas to North Battleford to Table Mountain. And we went into Radisson, and I bought the girls some treats. And the girl behind the counter was kind of I'd say 50 to 60, not very happy. And it was just around New Year's, and I said, "Happy New Year, have a great day." And I had this big smile, and I was just in a really good mood. And my daughter's little friend Cameron says, "Gosh, Shannon, you're always so happy, and you're always smiling." And I said, "You know what, Cam? You can do anything you want if you make another person smile. I want you to make everybody smile, and your life will change. And it's the truth, try it. I want you to talk to every single person you know. I don't know how many of you just talked to the people at the Wild West last night, but I didn't. I talked to other people who are not in our company. And I don't know if you guys were there at the end, but there was nobody to dance with, so I asked these two gentlemen to dance with me. You wait, I got a story. So I said to the guys, "What do you do?" I got 44 seconds left. I said, "What do you do?" He says, "I'm a network marketer." Oh yeah. These two guys are joining me because I had the courage to go talk to someone else. I want you to be inspired to talk to every single person you know and you don't know. Do the corporate duplication model and love everyone unconditionally. And thank you.